What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So y'all, I don't know if y'all was in my sister live or not, but shoot, them Native Americans try to come in clutch. They tried to come in clutch like shit, like they really had something. They ain't had nothing. They absolutely ain't had anything to prove whatsoever. The only thing they doing was just they frantic. I was hoping you. Yeah, I'm just gonna go live for just a short time. But just sitting up here, opinion after opinion after opinion after opinion, and they knew I was finna say something when I get up there. They knew I was gonna say something. I asked them, "What is your tribe?" Just beating around the bush, just beating around the bush, the whole entire time, just beating around the bush. Y'all don't have nothing to stand on. And then on top of that, my sister, we was talking about the Indian training schools, and we made a straight comment. Yeah, they gonna say all of us wasn't in those schools or yada yada whatsoever. I need proof on that. I need proof that y'all are not true descendants of orphanage that wasn't in those schools. Because for what I'm mistaken, I thought that was one of the things you had to take back in those days to get on the reservation, wasn't it? Didn't y'all have to do that? And they got mad. Old girl, I forgot her name. What her name? Brown something or whatever. She's sitting there getting mad over and over and over again, screaming and yelling, screaming and yelling. Y'all don't have nothing to talk about. Y'all don't have no substance. Then you try to get the Pan-Africans to ride with y'all. The only thing y'all doing is just trying to get people that hate us. That's it. They don't have no legit reason to hate us, but y'all Native Americans, y'all literally don't have no legit reason to hate us either. Y'all sitting there y'all going to get people that's like an op to us. But when we actually sit down and talk, y'all know when Brother Naturalism and Yahweh get in their lives and talk, I'm talking about with Pan-Africans, we ain't doing all that mess that the Native Americans doing, screaming and yelling, oh, I'm hurt my feelings, we ain't doing that. They ain't doing that. We having a regular dialogue, but y'all out here talking about my feelings, my hurt, my pride, reservation, DNA test. That's all y'all do. And then when we ask you basic questions dealing with your nationality, dealing with your tribe, and you as a people, you can't present it. You just go back to name calling. And it's a problem. To the guy Red Warrior, whatever your name is, you said you are the Aztec. You are the Aztec. That's y'all, right? Y'all, you are the Aztec. This is from the chicken Izza, the chicken mirror. You said you was the Aztec, but you was straight up here pale yellow with a snapback on talking about culture. Snapbacks, that's our culture, especially how you had to pull to the back. I bet you listen to hip hop music too. And I bet you be lusting after our women. But you out here talking about you Aztec. This is what the Aztec look like. That's what the Aztec look like, my boy. Look at this. It says the Aztecs were distinguished for their fine physical development. They were uncommonly well formed, and some of their women are reported to have been beautiful. They were rather chunky in their stature. You wasn't chunky. You didn't look chunky. You didn't look chunky in that profile picture, and hardly ever exceeded the medium height. You looked tall as hell in your profile picture. They saying these are short people. You're tall, my boy. And it says they had prominent cheekbones. You had those skinny cheekbones. You did not have prominent cheekbones, my boy. And their mouth expressive in gentleness in contrast with their sombre and severe look. Their forehead was low. You had a long ass forehead, my boy. You had a long ass forehead, my boy. Go look at your profile picture. It says their forehead was low and retreating. And it said their eyes were black, elongated, with their angle inclined upwards toward their temples. Their teeth were regular, and their lips were thick. You had thin lips, my boy. Their complexion was of a dark olive or a light coffee color. Let me show you that light coffee color, and I'm gonna show you that dark olive as well. It says, and when they talk about the dark olive, we're talking about the conquistadors giving their description. So what olive was they talking about? Was they talking about the olives in Mexico, or was they talking about the olives back in their native country? And it says their black hair, thick. Your hair ain't thick. Your hair is not thick. Your hair is thin. Only people with woolly hair have thick hair. Just like I told you in that live, I said, where y'all get them pics from? The length of those artifacts, those picks, those combs, they're way too long for your hair. You will end up piercing your head with those wooden picks. That was for woolly hair. Go look at the picks, those comb artifacts that they found here in America. They look just like the picks. Y'all are not known for having picks, my boy. And it says, again, I'll go back in and say their complexion was dark olive, like a light coffee color, and lips were thick. And it had scanty beards. They had scanty beards. My boy, you was clean shaven. You said you was an Aztec. I come back for the week. Got people. Whatever you said. You don't match the description. You don't match the description. They match the description. It's so, this shit is so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. Y'all make all this fussing and arguing, and y'all feel threatened when I come up there, because I'm automatically talking about those books. I'm automatically talking about the history, and then as soon as I bring up history, oh, racist, they was racist. We can't trust racist people. We can't trust racist people. Did not racist people call us Africans? Did not racist people call you indigenous? Did not racist people call you native? Did not racist people told you that all life began in Africa? Did not racist people tell you that all humans came from primates? Yet y'all are here teaching the same thing. Y'all can't be double-minded like that. You can't pick and choose what racist person statement you choose to follow. You gotta go the whole 9 yards. So since they called you indigenous, you can't call yourself indigenous no more. Since they put you on reservations, you need to get off those reservations. Since those racists gave you a tribal card, you need to put those tribal cards down. Since you 100% against racist people, put down every single thing that a racist person have given you. And remember, you got white people in your council. Right there in your Indian Council, the Indian Bureau of Affairs. Those are all white people, my boy. Those are white people mixed with European. They come from racist backgrounds. So you can't be following the guidelines of what make you an American Indian or an indigenous American, because that's the criteria of a racist. Blood quantum, did that not come from racist? Did that not come from racist? But you up here on my sister Brown Sugar, I think that's her name. You up here on her live, sit up here going off. Y'all done got her live taken down. Y'all sit up here going off on the dome, and y'all know for a fact I was finna hit them books on y'all. But y'all kept on begging and pleading. Oh, Lord, no. Erasure. Oh, my heart. Erasure. Erasure. He trying to erase me. People, feel sympathy for me. Give me sympathy and power. And ban him. Ban him. What's her name? Oh, her name is B for real. Her name is B for real. Sorry. Her name is B for real. Doing all this useless argument and bickering. And we just keep asking is for the facts. That's all we want. We just want the facts. If you the real people, show me old sources. If we're gonna talk about history, we gotta pull up books from that time period. And we cannot sit up and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna read it. It's racist." Y'all acting like modern books ain't racist. I gotta read a book that a Native American wrote that's talking about Giovanni that's talking about Giovanni D. Verrazano, the first expeditioner that came to North Carolina and Virginia and all that. I want to read a book from a Native American that talks about him. I don't want to read Giovanni's personal memoir on what he saw. I rather have somebody that was born in 1970 tell me about Giovanni instead of Giovanni himself. That's crazy. That means you're not going to get the truth. You're just going to get somebody's opinion on how they feel about history, not the history itself. And that's why y'all hate history so much. Because it backfires against you. It destroys your identity. It destroys the lie. And you have nothing to stand upon. So just like how y'all tell us, oh, you hate your culture. You hate your Asian culture. You hate your Mongolian culture. You hate your Russian culture. You hate your own self. Just like you say, oh, you hate who you are. We hate who we are. Shoot, you hate who you are. Because the white people said we was Africans, and the white people said y'all was Siberians. You can't pick and choose. You got to go the whole 9 yards. So the day y'all accept that y'all Siberians and Russians and Mongolians, it's the day I accept I'll be an African. How about that? Until y'all admit it, I admit it. Until you admit it, I admit it. But until then, I'm an American Indian. And until, yeah, yes, sir. Yeah. Admit y'all Mongolians, Siberians, and all that other stuff. And then I go to other wild with y'all. But I gotta prove that I gotta prove that I'm African though. I gotta prove it. Right? I gotta prove it. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to prove that I'm African. But y'all, you go straight to Siberia, they're gonna accept you a whole full arms, man. The Siberians made videos about y'all, telling y'all to come back home. They real talk, they did, but y'all ignored them. They offer y'all land and all types of stuff. No, I want to stay in America and get oppressed. Oppressed, that's what I want to do. Got a whole land out there in Russia, and y'all don't want to go back. But y'all want us to go to Africa. All right, I'll go to Africa when y'all go back to Siberia. I'll go to Africa when y'all go back to Russia. I'll do that. Yeah, we never gonna see that. I'm showing you that's never gonna happen. Yes, sir. Here go another one. It said the head is scarly or whatever, scarly, larger than the elench fist of a common man. The hair is black, glossy, and curly. Y'all hair is not curly, it's straight. Y'all hair is not glossy. Naturally, your hair is not glossy. Your hair is black, but it's not curly. It's not glossy. Y'all make our hair curly. Y'all make our hair glossy. But it says the complexion is a dark copper. Are y'all dark copper? And we ain't talking about pennies, because pennies is not real copper. We talking about copper straight out of the ground. We're talking about copper straight out of the ground. Right? So, copper straight from the ground. So what do copper look like straight from the ground? When they say, oh, they copper colored, is they talk about copper that was dipped in chemicals to make it brighter? Or was there talking about copper that was straight taken from the ground? Right? Crap, go back. So what copper are we talking about? We talk about copper colored ore. We talking about copper colored ore. We talking about the copper colored ore. You ain't matching this complexion. You're not matching none of this complexion, especially that one. You're not matching this complexion. Brown sugar, y'all not matching this complexion. I told you what complexion y'all is. Y'all fallow, bro. You're fallow. Pale yellow. And like the brother said, how can you be mixed with several different nations and be original to a land. That doesn't make sense. That means your bloodline, your originality is gone. Y'all know your originality is gone. If you're mixed with several different nations, your originality is gone. Y'all know y'all rely on these DNA tests after they already told you DNA test is fraudulent. The company said do not take it seriously. It's just for fun. It shouldn't be taken seriously. Y'all heard the man. The video was one of the most trendy videos on my TikTok page. It's still up. I think it racked up to like what 80K so far. The guy, he came out and said, "Do not take it seriously. It's just for fun. It cannot tell you your heritage." Come on now. Y'all quit playing games. Because y'all know DNA test is fraudulent. Once that lizard came back as an African, once that dog came back as a European, once they took that animal spit and it came back, you should have said, "Oh, okay, DNA test is a lie. Let me just go talk to my family and see what I am." And ask for personal records so I could trace all the way back then to at least 17. At least, if I can go back at least 7 generations, I'll be good with that. Why ain't y'all doing that? I know why. I know why. Because there's going to be a lot of people with broken hearts thinking they Navajo, Aztec, Blackfoot. It's crazy. They call themselves Blackfoot. They don't even know what the name Blackfoot come from. The black in the foot. The black in the foot. Oh, we got that name because we be stumping in the mud. We be stumping on black soil. That's why they call us Blackfoot. Wasn't everybody walking around barefoot? So everybody was Blackfoot. So why you out here calling yourself Blackfoot? If everybody had black feet and they wasn't walking, they feet was touching the soil. Nobody wasn't walking around with no rubber shoes. They was connected to the earth. A lot of people was connected to the earth in that time. So why they call them Blackfoot? Why they call them Blackfeet? Because these was dark racists. It ain't had nothing to do with white skin stumping on soil. Y'all come up with the craziest things. If that's the case, everybody have dirt at the bottom of their feet. Talking about you Blackfoot. Come on now. Talking about you Blackfoot. Oh, crazy, bro. Right here, even in this book. I'm telling you, I'm just making this live short. I ain't gonna be here long. It says the Bahama Islands, when discovered by Columbus, are stated to have been inhabited by a numerous of race of Indians of mild and a peaceable disposition, indolent in their habits, and little, if at all, accustomed to cultivation of the soil. Okay, they are described as being of a dark, dingy hue. Let me do this again. The Indians are being described as a dark, dingy hue. Let's go to the etymology dictionary. The etymology dictionary. What do dingy mean? I told you I'm doing this over again. We just recapping. We just surfing away. We recapping. What do dingy mean? Shalom, brother. What do dingy mean? What do dingy mean? Dingy means dirty, foul, a word uncertain origins. Oh, they said, in the 1739 it was uncertain. Okay, it says, but perhaps related to dung. Oh, maybe it means poop. I don't know. Oh, but let's keep going. Meaning soiled. Oh, okay, it means soiled. Tarnish, having a door. Or having a dull brownish color. A dull brownish color. What's a dull brownish color? What's dull? We're going to look up that term dull too. Dull. Dull brown. What is dull brown? What do dull brown look like? What do dull brown look like? Okay? What do dull brown look like, my boy? What do dull brown look like, my boy? What do dull brown look like? Okay? What do dull brown look like, man? Huh? Let's go. But it says, if we go all the way down here, it says a black person, an N-word by 1848. 1848. 1848. An N-word. So Christopher Columbus encountered Christopher Columbus encountered dark and dingy people. Dark brown, dull people. So we talking about a dark brown. So we can go back there. Let me look up dull too, by the way, in this. Dull. Dull. Do we got anything dealing with color or darkness? It says foolish. I know it don't mean that. Dull, mild, mad, reckless, blunt. So it's not none of those words. Smoke. So we got to go down here. Dull surname. We ain't talking about surnames. So what we talking about? Blunt, dully. It says less. It says a brightness. It says remove the brightness or clearness. So we talking about dark. So dull is synonymous with dark. Dull is synonymous with dark. So they basically saying dark brown. So what is dark brown? We're going to type in dark brown people. Dark brown people. Who pops up? Who pops up? Dark brown people. What? Why didn't it say black people? Why didn't it say black? I typed in dark brown people. So Christopher Columbus ran into people. Oh, there go that door. That door. The door. So Christopher Columbus ran into people that look like this. Different shades of brown, but they dark brown. Right? So let me type in, what is yellow? I wonder what, I'm curious. Oh, so when I type in yellow people, we get Jonas. We get Jonas. We get yellow Jonas. And we get a couple of black people. Look at them playing games. See, Google want to play games. They want to play games. All right. I typed in fallow people. Google want to play games. Fallow color. Fallow color. That is the color of fallow. That's your color of your Native American. That's your color of your Native American. None of these are brown. None of these are brown. That's your fallow complexion. That's your fallow. It says, what's the color of fallow? That's your color of your Native American. You're not brown. You're not brown people. You're not brown people. Fallow like, no, you ain't fallow like a deer. Where is brown? Brown is right here when you start. This is when we start to get brown. Different shades of brown. I can say that, but all this, that is not brown. That's not brown. All right? So I'm in this live right here. I just want to make this live for that little Aztec statement and that old girl that wanted to be around the bush and don't even want to tell me her tribe. You know why you didn't want to tell me your tribe? Because you was fearful. I told you exactly what I was going to do once you told me your tribe. You didn't want to tell me your tribe. Because you know I was going to research it, find a description, and throw it back in your face. Because you know you're not that tribe. All right? But that's it. This live is fit to go on YouTube. Thank y'all people for tuning in. Thank you for the gifts as well if y'all had sent some. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.